In this video, I will show you the 5 stitches that form the basis of all knitting. Learn these basics or foundation stitches first so that you're able to create various pattern stitches in the future. If you do not get it the first time, I would recommend that you re-watch the video, pause as you try it out yourself until you master it. What I'm going to teach you today is how to cast on, how to knit a stitch. The abbreviation for stitch for knitting a stitch is K. I'm also going to teach you how to pull a stitch. Abbreviation is P. How to do yarn over. Abbreviation is YO. How to do a slip stitch. Abbreviation is SL space ST. And I'm also going to teach you how to do a pass slip stitch. Abbreviation is PSSO. And then I'll also show you how to cast off or to bind off to complete your project. As you have seen, I made a knot and then I put that knot on the needle. What I'm going to show you now is how to cast on using 2 knitting needles. I've just made a new stitch. Continue doing the same thing until you've had the amount of stitches that you'd like to have on your needle for your project. So just make sure that you count the number of stitches as you cast them on. I am repeating the process slowly so that all the people that are learning how to cast on will be able to understand it by the time I'm finished my row of stitches that I'd like. Now that you've cast on, you can count your stitches again just in case, like I'm doing. And this is how it's going to look after you've finished casting on all the stitches you want. The next step we're going to do is called the knit stitch. We're going to knit a stitch. So all the way across on this first row, I'm going to show you how we do the knit a stitch. Abbreviation for this is K, usually a small letter K. And that's how our first row looks of the knit stitch. Now I'm sure that you've learned how to do the knit stitch. We will turn our needle around to the other side, and now we're going to start what is called purl stitch. Abbreviation is usually a small p. So just watch, I will go across the whole row doing purl stitch. Okay, there's our purl stitch complete. Turn your needle around and start again with knit stitch. I'm going to repeat the knit stitch right across, just so that you make sure that you get it right. This is the exact thing I did after I cast on, but I'm going to show you one more time how to do the knit stitch, and at the end of the row I'll turn the needle around and I'm going to show you how to do purl stitch one more time right across. After I'm done with this, I'm sure you would have mastered how to do knit stitch, and on the other side how to knit purl stitch. So just continue doing this all the way across, as many rows as you can, until you get the hang of how to do knit stitch and purl stitch to perfection. That is our knit stitch row completed. We'll turn the needle around and we're going to do purl stitch one more time all the way across, just for practice sake. Now we're doing purl stitch one more time right across. That's our row of purl stitch completed. Isn't it looking wonderful? After this, you can turn your needle around and start on knit stitch again, and keep repeating the process continuously for as long as you'd like, so that you understand now how to do knit stitch and purl stitch. You can do this continuously until you've got something as long as a scarf even. So honestly, you can even make a scarf with this little project. Next, I'm going to show you what is called yarn over. This stitch is used for lacy patterns and eyelets, for example. After you have put the yarn over, go onto your next stitch and knit as normal. If you have a look there, that is your yarn over stitch that we've made. And then just carry on knitting as normal, unless your pattern illustrates that you need to do yarn over again. I'm going to knit as normal. In this section, I'm showing you how to do the yarn over stitch for purl stitch side of your pattern. As you can see, there's our yarn over stitch. Carry on knitting as normal for your purl stitch. There's our yarn over stitch. Next, I'm showing you how to do slip stitch when you're on the side of the knit stitch section. Okay, just skip that stitch and then carry on knitting as normal as seen in the video. I will show you one more time. Take that stitch, slip it off, don't do anything with it, and then carry on knitting on the next stitch. Here I'm showing you how to do slip stitch on your purl row. Take the stitch, just slip it off the needle, ignore it, and carry on the next stitch. Continue knitting. I will show you one more time. Take this stitch, slip it off the left needle, leave it there, ignore it, and continue knitting as normal with the next stitch. In this section, I'm showing you how to do the pass slip stitch, abbreviation PSSO. You take your first stitch, slip it off the needle, leave it there, ignore it, knit the next stitch. And now you're going to take your left needle, go onto the slip stitch and move it over onto the knitted stitch and flip it right off as seen. I'll carry on knitting as normal. I'll show you one more time. Slip this stitch off, ignore it, knit the next stitch, and then your stitch that got slipped off, catch it and take it over the knitted stitch and slip it off the right needle like that. Now I'm going to show you how to cast off or bind off when you completed your project and you want to just finish it off and take the stitches off securely. Knit 2, and then the first stitch you knitted, grab it and slip it over the second knitted stitch. Pull the second knitted stitch through and remove that first stitch like that. I will continue this process all the way until the end, until we've completed our project. So just watch as I go right across the row so you get the idea and understand how to cast off or bind off your project. And now that we're on our last stitch, finally, we can get a scissors and snip off the thread. And then you're going to take this thread and slip it through your last stitch, pull it through, all the way through, and then just tug on it. And now our project is complete. So this is how a pattern would look for knit on one side and pull on the other side. As I've said before, you can actually even make a scarf if you continue with the rows constantly, doing knit on one side and pull on the next side continuously over and over until you've got the piece of project that's long enough for whatever you want to make. Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope it makes sense for all you beginners, and please subscribe to my channel and let me know if you have any questions. Goodbye.